So guys, slightly different video today. I've been wanting to make a video like this for ages as my journey has been progressing, and obviously you know me and my channel is mostly about fitness, health and fitness and workouts and things like that. But as my career and journey progresses, I like to share and document as much as what's going on with me as possible, because what my real passion is not just inspiring and motivating you to get fitter and healthier, but also to live your passion and go after your dreams and things like that. And recently, not many people really know about the business sides of what I do and the journey that I've had. And I get a lot of questions from personal trainers earlier on in their career asking me advice and things like that. So this is for them, but also for anybody else in all parts of their life or careers or jobs. I want to help you guys, or just document what I'm doing, what I have been doing, and see if I have any advice for you guys, or knowing that my journey could maybe give you guys value of some way. Or maybe you're just interested in what I've been up to the last few years. Anyway, I'll take you back to where it all began. I've made this on my whiteboard just to break it all up, and I'm going to talk to you through from 2008 all the way to now, almost 2019. Building a career takes patience and many other things. So I went to university. In 2008, I went to university. I studied fitness and personal training. So it was quite clear that I knew what I was doing. I knew that I wanted to be a personal trainer by that point. And in 2010, I got my first part-time job in a gym as a level 2 instructor. And between 2010 and 2011, I was working part-time at that gym whilst finishing my degree. And then as soon as I finished that 3-year degree, I went straight into that gym as a level 3 full-time personal trainer. I then stayed there from 2010 all the way to 2016. But in those early stages in 2010, 2011, 12 and 13, that was when I worked my arse off. Well, I've always worked my arse off, but in those years, I built up my personal training clientele in this gym, my expertise, my experience, my hours, because if you work in a corporate style gym, you're working all the shift work and building up your personal training. And that was 3 or 4 years of real hard work and building up my expertise as a personal trainer. By the time it got to 2014, I jumped on Instagram, Facebook, social media started to happen. Things started to change. And I wasn't first on Instagram. I think it was probably a couple of years earlier than that where it all started happening. But I was still kind of earlier than some of my friends, and they were taking the piss out of me for posting on Instagram all the time. But I was doing it to show people the workouts I was doing, or posting a photo, because at the same time, I had my dreams to become a fitness model. I didn't know what to do. But I signed up to an agency after doing lots of research and meeting the right people and stuff, and I managed to start to live my dream as a fitness model. I got my first professional fitness modeling job in, I think, August 2014. It was a running job. It was really awesome. It started really slowly. Looking back now, it happened quickly, but back then my mind was like, come on, I really want to be a fitness model, give me more jobs. But it was very slow, things happened slowly. But bearing in mind, I was still at the gym doing my personal training full time whilst I started to make things happen. However, what did happen is I got that cover, Healthy for Men, and that triggered a response. By this point, I'd already been working really hard on social media, and that triggered a response to launch. In 2015, I launched my first Crockford plan, and that was at the end of 2015. That was like November time, where I launched what is now Gym Fit, was first called the Crockford Cover Model Body, because I based it on my training to get the body for that magazine. So when that happened, things started slowly. You've got to remember that with business and with anything else, none of this is a cutting off and starting something else. The whole part of this story is a transitional period from one thing to the next. So from here, I was still working at the gym as a personal trainer all the way through until I started to get a private client I looked after a family, about 6 hours a week with this family, and that was enough money to give me stability and comfort, whilst I already had two other, well, at this point I had the safety of having a variety of income avenues. So I had my fitness modelling, which was a few random jobs here and there that paid quite well. I now picked up this private client, and I had some Crockford plans coming in those early days. And that was enough support for me to say, hey, it's time to leave the personal training job. So 2010 to 2016, the personal training job ended, and I was completely self-employed, about to open up the business called Crockford. And that was, my mum was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, completely self-employed? Have you got enough coming in? And although it was a risk, and I knew it was a risk at the time, I was completely 100% confident and happy that my passion was taking me in the right direction. I was working really hard on Instagram, starting to pick things up on YouTube, like what I'm doing here, knowing that my passion is to reach and talk to and help as many people as possible. And if I can monetize that so I can live it and help more and more people, then I knew that it's what I wanted to do and could do. So that took me from there. Obviously Crockford has never ended since then. That's birthed in 2015 all the way through. It came to a point where in 2017, the private personal training, which I was doing 6 hours a week, was more of a burden than a value for me for any longer, where I needed more time to create content and put some more effort into Crockford and other things going on, that it was time to drop that. So I dropped the personal training completely. And there we were in 2017, pushing Crockford really well, growing the business, creating more and more plans and products, and increasing, bettering the service. I'd already worked really hard on social media. I think by that point I'd hit the 100,000 Instagram followers. YouTube was building up, and I started to get influencer. Can you see that? Yeah, I started to get influencer jobs and brand campaigns, which just opened up another avenue of work for me, but also increased my profile. Good PR to work with, good brands in fitness, health and fitness that I wanted to work with. And the most important thing here is this shift of effort, this shift of time, where what people really struggle with if they have this 9-to-5 job and they also have a passion or a dream to work on, is it's impossible to stop a job and then start earning money from a passion that they haven't worked on for very long. I was, at this point here in 2015, I was sitting in the club room of this gym for a year, writing on my laptop, writing on my book, and my friends, my personal trainer friends, would come down in their break and say, what are you doing? And I'm like, working, got stuff to do. And they just didn't get it, they just didn't understand. And I have a lot of personal trainer friends now who, well, some are completely happy with what they're doing, just, you know, working hard as a personal trainer, earning good money and going home and repeating their day. But other people, other personal trainers and other people in different jobs have these big goals and big dreams, but they don't understand that you've got a lot of work working for free and building a dream before you're able to slowly transition out of it. I then took about a year of decreasing my personal training and increasing the social media and the drive and the push on my Crockford business until it works. And a lot of people don't see what happens behind the scenes and how much perseverance and work that it takes. Which then takes me to the beginning of 2018, when I decided that it's time to invest the money that I've been earning into making the Crockford business even better and start developing the Crockford app. Apps are not cheap and they're not easy to develop either. Not that I'm developing them, but my team is developing them, and it's a lot of stress, a lot of hard work. We're at the end of 2018 now. I started this process in January. It's taken a very long time, and I don't recommend you do it. It's hard work, but it's going to be worth it. But the thing is, a lot of people my age who come to a little bit of money, who didn't have any money before, are the first ones to go buy nice watches and nice cars and this and that, and make it look really good on Instagram, because then it's looking like showing off. That was the last thing I did. I've been spending limited money on me, because that's not how you make a business work long term. That's how you make a short-term business look good and successful, and then it dies because you've got no money left. The way I really wanted Crockford to work was to save the money, and I knew that I'd invest it in something big, which is this app, and then it's going to take the business even bigger, and reach more people in the long run. That's where we are now at the end of 2018. Obviously, with the influencer and brand campaign work still going on, the Crockford still going on, no personal training, and growing Instagram, YouTube, and everything else at the same time. And that's where we are in the start of 2019, as well as lots of other secret projects and other things going on. This is just like a skeleton of the past decade, but really just a stepping stone to show you what kind of foundation and hard work and time and patience that it can take if you're looking to get out of your 9-to-5 job, or if you're looking to go from a personal trainer to an online trainer, or in any industry with that kind of structure. Then this is the kind of process that I've taken through. It's a transitional one, and one that never ends, because it feels to me that I've only just begun. And really it's a whole decade ago that I began, but to me it feels like I've only just begun, so God knows what the next decade will show. Anyway, I really hope that's interesting for you guys, very different for me. It's I walk into this room, nothing to do with ego, but more as a reminder that when I walk in here, I want to come sit down in my office and be like, I first thought that reaching a magazine cover was impossible. That boy that was personal training in the gym at this time, finishing his degree, I thought, how the hell am I ever going to be on a magazine cover? I walk into this room and remind myself that when I first think something is impossible, I know that with the right mindset and the hard work and belief, then you can achieve anything you want. You can. And I hope you guys take that on and realize that for yourself as well. Anyway, got to get back to work. See you guys later.